It was survival earned, not gifted. That narrow escape forced commanders to rethink their posture, because what played out over Scarborough Shoal wasn't just a close call. It was a signal, and it demanded an answer America would call Operation Silent Hammer. How did a short burst of danger in the South China Sea turn into a full-spectrum strike operation involving the most advanced bombers, fighters, and electronic warfare assets the United States could assemble? For American commanders watching the data feeds, the near loss of an F-35C was not just a narrow escape, it was proof that China had crossed a line. Attempting to kill a fifth-generation aircraft went far beyond testing limits or flashing a warning. It was a shot meant to destroy. That single choice forced Washington to send an answer Beijing could not ignore, one that punished the system responsible while keeping the door closed to wider war. The mission they designed, in the hours that followed, carried a code name, Silent Hammer. The first challenge was balancing force with restraint. U.S. leaders had no interest in trading missiles with China's mainland arsenal. A regional escalation could spiral into strikes on air bases, naval groups, even civilian ports. The goal had to be focused: neutralize the HQ-19 battery and expose its network as vulnerable, but do it in a way that remained unmistakably defensive. That meant using silence, shadows, and software instead of volleys of high-profile missiles. And that required a strike package built less around numbers and more around special capabilities. On the roster came stealth giants, B-2 Spirit bombers already on rotation in Guam, tasked with carrying precision JDAMs. They would not fly alone. EA-18 G Growlers were assigned the job of clearing the electronic fog by cutting enemy command links with 500-watt jamming waves. FIF-35s escorted them, their sensors wide open for early warning and air cover. Alongside them flew Super Hornets, not to fight dogfights, but to scatter mauled J decoys, miniature drones carrying jamming pods designed to present fake aircraft across radar screens. Each element had a narrow function, timed for the operation to the second. The deception stage was set in layers. Growlers began the intrusion well before the B-2s crossed into contested zones. Their signals penetrated Chinese networks, fragmenting radar feeds like broken glass. Technicians on the ground suddenly saw their targeting scopes fuzz into static. As they tried to recover, the Super Hornets pushed dozens of mauled J units into the sky. On sensors, a handful of fighters now looked like waves of attackers, closing from multiple bearings. In operations rooms, alarms flashed red as operators believed their HQ was facing mass air raids. They responded by launching interceptors and firing off defense missiles at phantoms that were never there. The Ghost Fleet was doing its job. Then came the kinetic strike. Weapons bays opened in silence, and a string of GBU-31 JDAMs dropped into the night. Each bomb carried a guidance kit that adjusted for altitude, wind, and distance in real time. 88 seconds after release, the strike concluded. Explosion after explosion tore through the HQ-19 launch pads, their canisters shredded and command bunkers gutted. Screens went black inside control rooms. The entire node, a site valued in the hundreds of millions, was gone. When the Spirits turned back west, there had been no American losses, no pilots downed, no aircraft missing. Yet the message was unmistakable.